college football season, and they should be cherished and prized, particularly when you get win number 6 and become bowl eligible. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to pass. It's Street. Finds his tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that bad right now. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Wants to throw again. Moves away as he feels pressure. They get to him as he throws. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Wants to throw. It's Street. That's reeled in. It's Miles.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Quick completion on the out route.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rushes on him. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Street. Throws to the tight end. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And now on 2nd down for this offense. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Finds a man in the middle. Strong, firm tackle.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Miles. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. you got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to throw, it's Street. Gets it out fast. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The snap sets up to throw. Firing to the right, complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Gonna look downfield again. Lets it go to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Aggies.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Vaughn. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the hot hand. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Coming up, fourth down.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt.
Punts it away.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. He's going to take off. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
Caught close to the marker. It's Miles. At midfield, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Vaughn. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Running into the open space. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Leaves it with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Off play action on first down. A little release to the back. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
The offense really needed some points to dig themselves out of this hole right before the half. What did they do? They turned it over. The worst thing they could do, now they've dug themselves an even bigger hole.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. To the air, it's Street. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. There he goes. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they wanted one.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Trying to set up the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
It'll be third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Street. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't make the connection.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. Give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Make sure that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Swings it out to the flat. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient. sufficient to put some points on the board before the break. Third down play from the gun. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he holds it in at the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Gators have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass. We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Between the uprights, it's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Tennessee. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Finds his man. It's Miles. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. He breaks a tackle. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Scanning the field, it's Street. Pulls it in, it's Douglas. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Runs for the tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Grab near the marker. It's Douglas. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Douglas.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. Running back searching for a hole. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Stamania. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Street. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right on the money. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, still looking. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Finds his big tight end. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Try this on 4th down. They need a full 5 yards to get it into the end zone, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Street. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Powers through. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Making side adjustments here. Red pass, it's complete. Turning it on. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He's looking to throw. Gets it to the back. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense, though.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. To let that one get away from them, they look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they're going to make it happen.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Makes the grab. It's Miles. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air. It's Street. Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense getting him to the ground for no gain.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. We saw it right there.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bishop.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Buys a little time with his feet. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Snags it on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. First and 10 from the 30. Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. The Gators will line it up on first and 10. The give to the back. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll try to power it in. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Trying to slam in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
and you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Street. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
You simply cannot come up with a bigger play than that in a bigger moment. Zeros on the clock. They score the touchdown, and now they need a 2-point play to tie this thing and send it to overtime. This is what makes college football so great.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.